I'm doing karate and people's dogs are barking at me. Life goes on.
So we basically are carrying on from where we left off last week, correct?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And she is actually a good well of knowledge. So you know, I didn't bring a scrub to this party. So work
Well,
out well.
considering what you've done in the last few weeks, I would hope not.
That was a low blow, but I let it slide.
No, it's
Good
not a
move.
lot. You
I
have
don't even know, but I
verbally
just
assaulted
feel
me.
like
Oh,
You have
because
threatened my life,
the
and
phone
somebody
was
to be talking about a
all right.
low blow. What?
Last week the phone was tripping, like bad tripping. Like
I'm not even
you,
referring to that. I'm not even
by the
referring to
way,
that. I'm
I
referring
did.
to the first time you threatened me. Yeah, never
Oh
got
yeah.
that far.
I'm sorry. I've threatened a lot of people. Even though way too much time to even remember.
Yeah, and that
Shoot,
was an
who have
asshole. He's not going to give a
who
shit.
have do that? Who haven't I threatened in my childhood? I think I'm threatened. Oh
Good question.
well. Her situation is kind of different. It was. Let me explain. Let me explain. There's a good explanation behind it.
Oh, I'm sure.
All
I'm
right.
sure. It is.
Oh, there really is one. Do you know the subconscious brain? Like when you pass out and then your auxiliary brain function activates?
oh, really, really.
I'm just sharing. Um, all right. All right. There's the ego and there's the super ego, right? My super ego is a defense mechanism. Believe if you do the research, it's actual truth. I'm not just saying this because my dick is huge. Not that reason. All I'm saying is the defense mechanism in my brain activated. So while my conscious brain was sleeping, my subconscious defense mechanism woke up and threatened her and her child. I feel dirty. I feel dirty talking about it now.
You
But
should.
I
You should.
yo. Every time I. By the way, you're not the only person I've threatened. Apparently, I think I've threatened Carolyn too. I've threatened her too. Wow. And she's like, oh my God, Andre, I'm never waking you up. I'm never gonna try and wake you up again. I'm like, what? Oh, you snapped at me like, like you look that look in your eye like you would literally hit me, and I'm like,
Yes, you horrible human being.
not my fault.
Said
Did
every
it,
villain ever.
sir? God made me this way.
Uh
So
huh. Yeah,
to
but that's
say
that.
what to say
So
what
that.
you're saying is to spit in God's face.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If you
Say
want,
something.
if you
Say
want, strike,
something.
if he
Oh,
wants to strike me, be my guest.
thank God me and they on the same island. Anyways, moving on. Thank God.
God
Anyway,
want to strike me, be my guest. The fact that he even thought of this. Let's create a Andre Bradshaw. What could possibly go wrong? Everything.
so much, so much. Having a big heart, caring for people, not putting yourself forward for the first few years. So many things, my boy. So many things. Listen to people look for me like I did them something wrong when I really did not. Yo, my life could be an interesting memoir. You know that? I swear to God, I should be writing down this shit. This is all gold right here. I could make a few stories and cartoon reels out of my life. And I'm only 34. Can you believe that shit? I've taught neighborhood kids, shoot. At one point, I even taught my entire neighborhood's kids karate. And that was before you came back to Jamaica. So, yeah, I've done a lot of interesting shit. I've done a lot of interesting shit. So, are we ready now? I'm sorry, I went off.
The usual at this point. But yeah, I'm sure we're
Life
ready.
goes. So, the talking points. Oh yeah. So it was drama in relationships. The goods, the bads, and a little is necessary to keep it functional. Um, I'll take the lead in this one again. Um, I believe drama, just like everything else in life, serves its purpose. I don't believe that you're supposed to have a relationship and believe that it's supposed to work off autopilot. That is some crazy shit. That is some crazy shit. There's a lot of lazy people that believe that it's supposed to be fully functional, fully automative. You're supposed to just show up and everything just works. You know, you're supposed to take me as the lazy bastard I am and just tolerate my fuckery. You're not supposed to question shit. I'm supposed to be a grown man child. I'm supposed to be a spoiled princess. And you're supposed to just take it because that's my expectation. Not that you're a human being, you know, not that you come with flaws and all. I personally am not a fan of that mindset, but as social media progresses, there's more and more people being indoctrinated to believe that you're supposed to bend the knee. Not the two of we work together, you know, not the two of we sit down and iron out a goddamn plan. No. One of us needs to bend the knee to the other. Which people don't quite understand. Because I believe I'm more traditionalist when it comes to the way I believe a relationship is supposed to work. But look at it this way. You can't demand submission unless you yourself are in a position to lead the person that you're begging or you're requesting or you're requiring submission from. There's no such thing as a fully automated leader in a work. So it irks me that there's so many people in society nowadays that don't want to put in any work but want to reap all the benefits of said relationship and throw a tantrum if it doesn't work the way they see fit. But if you ask someone to define what they consider themselves as a leader, most of them can't give a correct definition per se. Uh, um. So, what's your take, Trudy?
Me?
No,
Well,
you.
I agree with that. Society has, oh my God, society has painted relationships as something to be, oh my God, so I can't, I want to barf thinking about it, but I can't find the right
Mm,
words to describe it.
mm,
But yeah, this kind of shit show.
hmm I mean, it is. It really is, though. You know,
And
um,
yeah, nobody
we have a
nowadays truly understands what a relationship is really about, and no one is actually really prepared to take on the burden of a relationship,
yeah,
because it's also a
and
responsibility. Nobody really thinks of relationships as responsibilities. It's a responsibility also.
yes, yes, and I couldn't agree more, Doctor. There's a lot of man childs, and a lot of grown girls that really believes relationships aren't supposed to be difficult. There's no such thing as an easy relationship. Shit, do you know how many times the devil tell me for damage chew, fling, run, kill people. Since I've been in a relationship, oh, you have no idea. You know how many times the devil tell me, say, just put her in a triangular choke or a guillotine lock and see how long it takes before she start breathe? Again, I'm not perfect. Don't judge me.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I'm not judging you. I just find it highly amusing that you have personally picked out
Yo,
the death hole that you wish to put your wife in. I just find that quite a romantic touch, if you ask me. But you know, that could just be the psychopath in me talking.
who says I'm talking about my wife? But she's a part of it still, but none of
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
So we got time for say, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, moving on. So, and I agree. You understand me? There's a lot of things society has swept underneath the rug. People really believe that just because you are present, that's all that matters. Just being there makes you deserve some shit. Are you serious? People, and I'll say this to the audience, people, swallow your foolish pride. Nothing under the sun is easy. Even if you go sell bag juice, think about it for a second. If you don't know maths, you can give away the profit, right? That still needs some form of cognitive. You understand? Work. Even if you sit on one place, if you don't know what you do, you're gonna give away the profit. You're gonna give away the pro you understand? So this notion of everything must easy is to me the main reason why society is in the shitters as it relates to relationships. I know it'll never be easy. No matter who you're with, no matter where you end up in life, no matter which continent you are. And I think I said this last podcast. I said it doesn't matter if the girl is a good girl, or it doesn't matter if the girl's a bitch. Relationships are work. And I believe everybody who have them head on them shoulders supposed to agree with me. If you think it's if you think it gets easy, something wrong with that relationship. There's no such thing as an easy relationship, and that goes
No.
both ways. It goes both ways, people. So this is not a jab at women, and it's not a jab at men. It's a jab at both of them sons of bitches. If you think it gets easy, you are destined to fail. And I put that on everything I love. You understand me? I hate
Destined to
this
fail or
notion.
delusional.
Oh yeah. Or you might commit murder. A bag of things. Bag of other dark avenues. It might actually guide you down. So this self-deluded delusion that but me and her there for 10 years and me and him there from me at 16 and me at 30 and he's still a going like him a pitney. Okay. So it took you 14 years to realize there's a man child you deal with. The lack of ambition, the box and kick them, they're not gone away. Like that big man, the non-ambition only Friday alone to come check you. All things can have your little pussy. Come on, bro. Are you serious right now? The bitch in the morning says she fuck your friend them. Come on, fam. Are you? Come on. And I hate this so much. The red flags are normally there, people. And I can say that wholeheartedly. The red flags have always been there. They never went anywhere. They've always been there staring y'all in the face. And for the other two of y'all, if you feel like jumping in, you can. I know sometimes I ramble a bit, but I mean this is an open conversation. In case, you know. But y'all can jump in anytime anyways. But
I mean,
just say.
my issue comes from the excuse that I'm supposed to use my trauma from the past for
Mm.
every thing that happens bad in life. You'd be surprised how many times I had a conversation once with this brother. Me and the brother are practically senior, probably a little older. he's of the belief that, yo, more girl you have, the more girl you have. You know, brother, you know, the typical yard. So I look at him and ask him, so when does it end? And him say, huh? I'm going to say, yeah, man, when does it end? When is it ever enough? Or you just plan to continue down this slope until you just realize you reach 40 years old with no kids and just wasted the entire existence, right?
Racking up bodies. Racking up notches on your belt.
And what does the number do for you in life? Absolutely
Not
nothing.
a goddamn thing. Because 3/4 of those women, he does not remember their names, let alone them
That's
face.
not even the worst part. That's not the worst part. It is so mentally and physically draining. That's why I tell a man, say, yo, you will never live to see me have more than one woman.
Personally, I mean, I get it. You know, personally, it takes a strong will person, let alone deal with one somebody. And imagine if people in a polygamous relationship, them. Oh my God. That's supposed to be horrible.
Well, if the other two partners were, you know, doing some of the work, I think it would be easier for the person.
People nowadays can't enter into that kind of relationship for one single reason. They're too selfish to understand the desires of the other. So immediately they're going to just start thinking about themselves anyway.
Yeah, true.
Reason why I cancel it is because I never understand what the fuck that meant when I stupidly agreed to it once. I also was completely paranoid about it. I wonder what the freak was born for. I can't tell my ass. Then I remembered, say, oh, you asked for this, nigga.
Yeah.
And guess who never fucked another? Well, that's a lie. I did. Well, that was after I got motivation to do it anyway. But besides the point. Really and truly, this generation can't do that kind of relationship because one, they're way too clingy. That's one thing. Both men and women. The minute they find out that man has even used oxygen on another person or the man has used oxygen on another female, my God, how dare you?
And vice versa, because I've seen men when they find out young girl used to sleep with other dudes.
Straight heart attack. Administered at the hospital. IV plug.
How could you do this? I'm like, you realize the double standard we project is kind of fucked up, right?
You can wrap up bodies, but the minute she even touches another man's hand, oh God, it's the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, they made memes about that and shorts, and that shit funny as hell. Because dude said when they were on break, he had sex with like 15 girls, and when he asked her what she did, she went on a dinner date. A date, my nigga, not fuck, date. And the dude called her a whore and she a bitch. You always knew she. I'm like, nigga,
let me play devil's advocate for this one.
Okay.
I'm not condoning it, but let's think about it for a while. Men can have relationships without any feelings towards the opposite person, the other person in the relationship. A woman is more emotionally attached, so maybe in his mind she still has some lingering feelings for that person.
I mean, fair point, but at the same time, if the woman had emotional feelings, I mean, you're going to notice it right away. The problem I have is most of these men who jump in these
maybe not. Depending on the woman. I'm just saying. Yeah, go on.
The thing is, most of these men who make these accusations, right? They're the same ones who, for the last 10, 15 years, have been going around racking up a body count that even God is going to say, yo, whoa, please stop. And then the minute, it's like the double standard and it just makes no sense. I mean, I personally, when I hear my female friends talk about how many guys that they've run through, I'm like, just like, yikes. But at the same time, I don't say shit. I don't judge because I have a bunch of male friends who, give or take, have gone even worse. And most of the time, you don't. If a woman doesn't want you to find out the body count, you won't.
Yes. Yes, you were saying?
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
You went there. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I told you she had a sense of humor. She isn't a complete stick in the mud.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. But I would say this. The whole emotional bonding thing, per se, it's cool. But I believe as time goes along, the whole emotional aspect is replaced by mutual respect. And I think that's what most people ultimately should be aiming for when it comes to relationships. Honestly, don't get it twisted. I would love for someone to love me for me, you know, all my pitfalls and all my fuckeries. Cool. But I will say this, there has to be some form of understanding. At the end of the day, true maturity comes from understanding what you've gotten your goddamn self into. You understand me? I hate this notion that the person has to be perfect, a virgin, don't understand what society really is. Even though most men would love that, that not about no more.
You know, that's also an interesting point because growing up, I used to see these women, like when they enter into relationships with men, their first goal is to try and change or mold that man to be who they want them to be.
Yes.
And I thought that was very fucked up. And me as a kid, like a 13-year-old kid, was like, that ain't gonna be me. If a person wants to change for me, cool, fine. They can change for me, but not because I told them to or because I want them to. It's because they want to change themselves for the better.
There you go.
I hear that. I hear that. And
it still exists now. It still exists now.
More rampant now, to be honest.
People don't enter into relationships and want to accept the person for who they are. You see, this whole accepting thing, I think people convolute it so much and just mistake it for what it truly is. Just because you're accepting the person doesn't mean every piece of their bullshit is acceptable. Like, if a nigga is a serial killer, what? You're just going to make that glance by? What? Huh? If this man, well, you have some people who are into some crazy ass shit, and I've accepted that in this world. But like the things and lens that people go to talk about how they're trying to change this person for the better, suppose them don't want to be better.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just fight the good fight and just say, yo, hey, call it a day.
Or you do a simple analyzation. I'm saying that shit wrong. Analyze the situation. Thank you very much. Let's not do this tonight. No, let's not go down this road.
I was being helpful. No malicious intention. I was just being helpful.
I don't believe you.
No, for real though. I wasn't trying to be an asshole this time. I was really trying to be helpful.
All right, cool. All right, fine. We take it what you say. Anywho, it takes a simple sit down And just ask the right questions. I keep saying that, and I'm currently still writing that book. Oh God, am I ever still writing that book?
But you can't
But
just say that. Also, you have
mm-hmm.
to also say that you have to be careful not to answer certain questions, because they will ask you questions more than you ask them questions, and they will try to figure out what type of person you want and try to be that person for whatever time period until they win you over. So it's not just asking the right question, it's knowing how to answer certain questions as well without giving away too much information about what you're looking for. Hello?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Just I wait. You can say Bradshaw phone decide if you come out me first for tonight. It's free. Hold on. I'm texting that group. I ask him if I'm still here. Yep. Okay, so you are hearing us. So your phone does decide say you want to come out.
oh,
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Bomba, you know what? You know what? I'm going to do this tonight. I swear to God, I'm not going to do this tonight. The devil had tempt me because if you need to sign on to the YouTube page, and you might hear a few interesting interviews. Especially last week one, I may not lose what little mind me have because for near like 20 something minutes, me I talk to my goddamn self. And then last thing back.
Again,
Yeah.
that was another instance where I was saying, wait, I was Bradshaw not said anything yet. And I'm like, you know what? I can't be bothered.
Uh,
And just forward and just start cussing. I'm just like, yep, that's gold right there, folks.
we're gonna see him in that. Oh, there's a there. Hello?
Yeah, what's
Hello?
like?
Yeah, that's checking. But society, society, I don't know if it's it. I know it's literally grinding to a halt right now, where people are demand shit and don't even know what the hell them are demand. So if you ask them to explain it, what them want them to a straight answer. I just find it humorous that you have all these relationship gurus and all of these men and women online, especially women. Though I don't want it to feel like a one-sided argument, but you have all these women who tell these young women, say, hot girl summers and sex down the place and pop up lasagna and all that. And uh, to, you know, grow up and then have the audacity for custom on them for don't want you after you run your life into a wreck. But the people who are teaching these lessons are married. are with someone seriously, but they might tell you not to settle, which to me confusing as hell because both of these women are celebrities. They're not in the same tax bracket as y'all. They're not in the same circles as y'all. But
Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna play devil's advocate again. Okay, most of these women, they what they preach more is that you need to have your own money. You know, you need to be making a lot of
Even
your own money.
even when they have their own money, it's them still want the next source of money, which is normally the man who they're with anyway.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, and then the caveat.
like them preach say,
Well, yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
want to be Miss Independent. But when the dark monster in the night creeps up and decides he wants to come take a visit, the man needs to go out. You're no longer Miss Independent. That's why I say, for next Titanic to happen, we all know all these feminists and SJWs won't be staying behind. Oh no, Miss Independent is gone. Save me, please. So, so when I hear when women talk about they want to have their own source of income, I'm like, you mean the one after you have your access to your man's bank account, right? Cool.
The irony of all that to me, I'm confused because the irony of all that is, I mean, if the man is going to do what you hope he is going to do, as in by paying for everything, buy everything for you and all that jazz, why do you need more money if he's going to be the one that's spending everything, taking on your debt, taking on your student loans, taking on your, burdens upon his shoulders as well. So what's the point? Well, you prepare for a rainy day.
I'm
For the
stumped
heavy
because I don't
lifting.
I don't even understand that kind of mentality.
There's nothing to understand because it's completely crazy.
In the east and the west. You understand? You understand what them want, and then when you tell them say, oh, the kind of man what you are describing would be seen as a monster because if I'm working and I'm a millionaire, so I have my businesses, I'm making more so you couldn't ask me if you have a Birkin bag. All of them can afford to buy 1,000,000 of them. I would have never buy it. Do you have any idea how much a
All that
Birkin
is
bag
just
costs?
pure bullshit. All that is just pure bullshit. When I heard this story of the Birkin bag and how many women start asking for Birkin bag and I see the price tag and I'm like, these motherfucking idiots. Why?
Yes.
How? Do you have any
Yes.
common sense?
Nope.
You want a Birkin
No,
bag,
because
but you're renting. You're living in a rental, but you want a Birkin bag.
you're broke.
You're
You're broke.
taking
No, 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 no,
public
no.
transportation, but you want a
If the
Birkin
man
bag.
can't, if the man can't afford a Birkin, throw the man away. Yes. What's her name again? Sweetie. I think she was dating one of the Migos rappers. She said this on her Instagram. And I don't want to call women bitches, but the dumb bitches actually believe her. You understand? These retards that understand say, um, her man is in one of the most popular rap groups. He can afford to buy her a Birkin. But for the rest of y'all who don't in the same, like I said, same tax bracket, you can't make those kind of demands. And like you all, like you illustrate a while ago, you take public transportation. You take the bus to get from point A to point B. But you want a man to buy you a bag that's worth more than your
entire existence.
Just saying, make it make sense. The
Yes,
sense of
it's quite
entitlement is
hilarious.
rampant, and
It's quite hilarious to me. Like,
it's quite disgusting to me.
no, I say hilarious
Yeah,
who says set of terms because what I find so amusing is that having ambition is one thing, but then when you're going to delude yourself on top of it, that's when you start to kind of lose your sense of reality. Because, okay, you want to become rich, cool. You know,
Mhm.
you know the amount of people that are going to be allowed to be rich. Let's say that one day the earth is populated with everyone rich. Y'all realize that people
that
will
don't make no sense.
y'all realize that people will die for that, right?
Yes.
I realize that people will literally be killed off because the man say, yo, so many people can't be striving in this world. We need back the poor
Hmm.
people so we can steal from them.
Hmm.
It's like
Hmm.
you don't understand. Don't understand. You don't understand
I
the
also don't think
ramifications.
it would ever happen because
Why
society
would
is just too
it?
greedy for it to happen.
Stealing,
It's just
stealing taxes is the name of the game. So, yeah, using that tax money for all the manner of evil is always the best thing ever.
Now, the name of the game is algorithm and
Uh-huh.
influence. The algorithm, the
the
TikTok,
name of the game is systemic slavery.
of course,
Wh-
mental slavery. Yeah, you're right, sir.
Yeah, because I've noticed that a lot of African American people have
Mhm.
been complaining about um racism and slavery and so on. But slavery hasn't ended even in America
We know
because
this.
you see these black, white, Asian, every single one of them killing up themselves, you know, whether they're
Mhm.
doing 9 to 5 or they're on YouTube or whatever they're doing, just killing off themselves just to earn some paper.
Mhm.
And then most of that goes back into taxes.
Most of that go back into the same billionaires that every day them jump up on chat sites, a billionaire for. Most of them don't understand, say, half of the money that they make can be invested in a business or invested elsewhere. And most people don't believe that, with hard work and putting your nose down to the grindstone, you can actually make your way out of it. But who
Yeah,
nowadays wants the slow but steady and most rewarding way of truly becoming successful? Personally, that's my goal in life. You understand me? Because no matter how much money I make, I don't think I'll be happy knowing that I'm rich and I've done better for them. This is why billionaires and millionaires keep opening different business ventures. It's not because I'm greedy. And it took me a couple of years to realize this, believe it or not. It's not
it's to
because them love
maintain
money. Hmm?
it's to maintain their riches because the
But
market changes.
yes, but that's not the main reason. I mean, I'm talking about a well-off millionaire, not somebody who just have like a $5 or $10 million. Talking about somebody who have at least 80, 100 million in the game already. The main reason why people who have that kind of money keep opening different businesses, and yes, like you say, trends and the market influx, it goes up, it goes down, all of that. But the main reason why they open different ventures is because they don't want to grow old. The brain has this funny way of starting to rot the minute you think you have enough or you're made a certain amount so you can relax. This is why I believe that old saying that says the moment you stop learning is the moment you start dying. So you have millionaires that will open a coffee shop just for the 2 to 3 to 4 years it would take for it to become a success, just to keep their brains active. Because once they've already established their investments and they have like 5, 6, 7 streams of income coming in all at once, they're pretty much set. What do you think normally happens to most of them millionaires? Look at Elon Musk. Most recently, they took a photo of the man who's worth billions. The man looked like a pale Teletubby. Him literally look like the white face them. His body pale and lumpy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Look on Leonardo DiCaprio. Almost every one of them guys who make them money already.
I think his sound fell out again.
No, I was yawning. But most of those guys who already made their money, them start to get old. Like, and I'm not saying old in terms of like age, as in like their mentality starts to get old. And for almost every time, if you do the research, the most millionaires and billionaires, they tend to do business elsewhere. They don't just retire. They normally move from one venture to the next. If they conquer the business world, they go into something else. They learn a hobby. They learn a new language. They take up pottery. They take up archery. That's how it works. You can ask, I believe I said this to her before. You can ask Trudy here. I wrote a 5-year plan that's supposed to last a lifetime. And it's constantly and forever evolving as time goes on, because what? I'm aware that life is anything but stagnant. It's always moving, it's always flowing. That's why I say I don't see how people can get up every day and hold resentment in their heart towards people, because life goes on. We have to carry on. I'm just being honest. You know how much energy and effort it takes to remain hating a person? That is, yo, the people who can do that, we have a different level of respect and disgust for you. Yeah, it's a love-hate feeling which relates to that scenario. Do you know how much mental discipline it takes to get up and just be hating on somebody for no good reason? I mean, I see men kill people and people end up forgive them and move on. Not because of the murder, but because they need that to move on, to let go that stress that's
You're not
been
forgiving
harboring.
them for them. You're forgiving them for yourself. To have to tell
And
people that.
of
Yeah,
course,
that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm tired to tell females, especially, and males, the emotional ones, that same
mhm.
thing. You're not forgiving the person because you're forgiving them. If you want to forgive them, God go with you. I'm not going with you. You're forgiving them for your own self mind. Your mind needs to be at peace. If your mind is constantly hating this person, you know how that part of your brain, how badly that's going to eat away at everything else. All your ambition, all your dreams die.
And can I add something else that most people are not aware of? Do you know the longer you stay angry or have hatred or resentment in you, as the years pass on, all of that, all of that anger and anguish, it actually
Breaks the
physically
body
and
down.
mentally affect you. Sometimes people develop ailments and cancers and all manner of, you know, diseases and afflictions, and them don't know where it come from. Cause they're quote unquote, the pinnacle of health. But then this one day, boom, everything come crashing down around upon them. But yeah, this innate desire or ingrained hatred for people. But again, I'll say this: you can't lead us to water. You can't force them to drink. It bothers me that society has weaponized disagreeing with people now, where I can't disagree with you because a disagreement means I hate you.
I can't disagree with you without you taking offense and wanting to shoot me in my skull.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yo, I'm not going to lie every day. Twitter never fails to amaze me. Yo, I know people say Twitter is successful. I say Twitter is successful. Honestly, Twitter is such an amusing place just to see some of the most nonsensical arguments, especially between men and women.
$5, you say? Interesting. Anywho, I get that.
No, it's not real because, you know, the platform is literally made for you to form your opinion, whether it's shitty or not, right, Bradshaw?
You know.
Surprised the amount of people who are going to retweet, comment, and tell you everything under the sun that's not right. Well, at the end of the day, the simple fact is, if their opinion didn't change, then it's not going to change now. So what the hell was it for?
Yeah, I think that society on a whole is forgetting what freedom of speech actually is.
Oh no. Freedom of speech only exists when it's a hate crime or it's related to a transgender or LGBT or any other nonsense. That's when freedom of speech becomes relevant. Everything else, oh no, it's dead.
Yeah, but if they continue like this, we won't have freedom of speech anymore.
They don't care. Them. I'm just waiting for them to just put the law. Freedom of speech must pay this amount of money for it to be legal.
Any voice of dissent is considered hatred now. I never think I live in a world where disagreeing, just disagreeing, you know. You hate people now. Just to disagree with the enemy, hate you, doctor. I'm your enemy now because I don't agree what you believe in. That is crazy.
Well,
This world is
I don't have a Twitter account. I have an Instagram account that I do not use. I do not have the intention of using because it's and for I don't know, I think it was last year or the beginning of this year, I had a TikTok account.
Ugh.
And yeah, for the first few months in it, I realized that people are so, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-absorbed, that they think that only one opinion exists or only one opinion should exist. Like they can't accept the fact that different kinds of people with different opinions would, can exist. You don't have to.
It's when their opinions are based on nothing but emotional baggage that it really gets annoying to me. And it pisses me off because everything that is posted on these social platforms are emotionally based. None of it makes any form of sense. There's no logic to it. And the one set of people who actually do have logic, they can't voice their opinions logically because they're going to get sucked into all of this emotional bullshit where it's just going to end up being a shit show. That's why when we started this podcast, we made it very clear that if anyone wants to hate us, they're free to do so because we really don't care. Because if you're not going to dispute our facts with more facts, then you're just feeding into everything we already believe in. It's that simple.
Like I saw this one account, this dude, how should I say this? He doesn't agree with homosexuality, but he has a gay friend. He's like, he doesn't agree with homosexuality, but it doesn't hate the person for being homosexual. I'm like, oh my God, a human being.
Yeah.
Post that shit on Twitter. Post that shit on Twitter and see how much death threats you get. You know, it's funny. There was a
Yeah,
study
they actually.
There was a study done. I don't remember how accurate it was.
People like that. When I agree with it, don't mean something have to hate the person.
Well, I believe there was a study done that the alphabet people, they had a higher death threat rate and carried out said death threats more than the average person, your average Joe. And I just looked at that shit and I was just like, interesting.
It kind of doesn't surprise me.
So you're saying to me that you're actually unsure of yourself, but you're still able to kill? Interesting. But really and truly, what exactly do these people actually get out of carrying out their death threats? They do realize that they're contradicting everything that they stand for, right? Oh, we include everyone. But the minute a motherfucker says, I don't like you people just because he doesn't like you, you take offense, emotional, he must be cancelled at all costs.
I think it's some kind of trauma that they have or that they've experienced.
My ass. I don't care how many times you got hit by the Catholic priest. I don't care how many times the church disbanded you and told you that you weren't worth living. I don't care.
I'm not talking about that kind of trauma. I'm talking about the other kind of trauma.
Oh, but even that kind of trauma, it doesn't instigate you wanting to kill anybody over their opinion.
No, I'm not saying it justifies it. I'm just saying it. That's probably what caused it.
Them can't stay there make it cause it. Them can't stay there make it cause. Because, alright, look at it this way. You carrying out violent acts because violent act was done to you. I understand, but it doesn't mean it's right.
No.
Sure.
You get me? Yes, your entire family was slaughtered. Let me go around and become a vigilante and kill everyone else's family because I want them as unhappy as I am. Nigga, what?
That's why the Mosaic laws them eventually had to be discontinued because it made no sense. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Yeah, you didn't understand how deep those.
But I see all of these things, the gender equality, the LGBTQ, all of this is, I see it as some kind of internal war. You know,
with themselves.
We're fighting too many wars at once. You know, everything is all about equality, and there cannot really truly be equality. It just isn't possible. It cannot happen. It cannot work.
Yeah, and I made peace of that because this notion is what frig up to me most people, because if it was to be, God would make man and woman asexual. So the man can carry the baby and the woman can carry the baby. The man can take the fuck, the woman can take the fuck. You understand me? But God never designed me, so
I think feminism is poison.
I just want to point out that Dario has been home and has had the link, and this asshole just joined. I just wanted to point out that.
I didn't know today was Monday.
I'm not taking any excuses from
What kind of life are you living for you not to know today's
Monday? I've been working. I thought it was Saturday.
Man, you want a man chop in your head. That's what you want.
I'm not even joking. I genuinely thought today was Saturday. I wasn't supposed to be home on a Monday. Today was Monday. I'm not joking.
I was just about to say, I want what you're having.
I'm having exhaustion.
Yeah, but I believe that feminism is poison because women are making men. Most feminists are making men the enemy when that's not true. You know,
It's
before
the agenda at this point, to be honest.
Because back in time, women were protected by men. Women were such precious things. That's how they were viewed, as precious things that, you know, we need to protect them, we need to guard them.
Yeah, try that now.
And
Tell a woman, say, yo, I'm gonna protect you. I don't need no protection. I can
and
protect
it's not
myself.
because she's weak or she's frail, it's because she's just this precious thing, this empress, this
She's invaluable.
that's how women were viewed.
You know how stupid it is? You're going to tell a woman that she's your everything and she's still going to find some shit to complain about.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You're going to tell her that you're going to protect her from everything. Why? Motherfucker, what? What did you just say? You want, hold on. Here's the most effed up part. You want to be the center of his world, but the minute he tells you that you are his world, there's a problem. Make it make sense.
I think maybe it's because, you know, they depend too much on society to tell them what they want, instead of knowing what they want.
Are the same ones. They are the same ones talking about you shouldn't take social media with a grain of salt, but then end up believing everything they say. It can't work like that.
Too easily.
Well, I'm completely detached from social media. I have no idea what's going on in the world.
Welcome to the club. Pretty sure the only reason we exist on social media is for the memes.
That's true.
All right. If I'm going to throw shade at Dario, you know, the good stuff.
Wow, I can't believe today's Monday.
Okay.
The way how information critique is taken now. And that in itself a mash up all the different things. Can't believe I live see a generation where correcting people, you know. Not saying them wrong. Correction is viewed as attacking people now.
You're attacking my character. You don't understand what I've been through. I never asked for your sub story. I don't give a shit what happened to you. You know, honestly, really and truly, in this life, some people need to understand that they're going to be motherfuckers like myself who don't really give a shit.
You know, when I see things like that, I wonder how our ancestors would react when they see things like this. They'd probably say how weak
I got whipped on that
we've
shit
become as society, how weak we have become as human beings, how weak.
I got salt poured into my back for this.
Disappointing. God.
Of course.
Disappointing.
I agree.
I got salt poured into my back for this.
Disappointing. God, I imagine it.
Yo,
what our ancestors would say if they could see society now.
Was actually like, you know, knew to take a goddamn joke. Like, who remembers the days when society could laugh at everyone? No, Jesus Christ, laugh at someone. You're destroying their character. You're hurting their feelings. You ever thought that I don't care about their feelings? You ever thought about that?
I don't think I don't live as a comedians.
I heard it's in schools now. It's in schools now. Yeah, if you're having a moment, you know, classes cease for you to have your moment.
Tell people, say, if I go back in the classroom and I see a little penny dropping on me, I'll stop laughing. Tell people that I don't care who won Bex. If I see that kid running at 90 miles per hour and the shoelace finally bucking two and him drop, bust up all in face, I'm say, well, that shit was hilarious. Who want fight?
Society has become too sensitive.
It's not even about the sensitivity that pisses me off. It's how the sensitivity comes about. They're going to find some way to make it about a hate crime, how you're justifying hate on gays, and how blah blah blah, some bullshit like that. It's always a narrative to be spun. And then you're just there wondering like, bro, what? It's not that serious. What are you on about? And it's the same thing in relationships, right? Because you have men and women who rather believe all of them dumbass friends instead of just ask the girl, hey, what are your thoughts on this and this? Like people are just so scared to hear the truth, yet we want the truth. That makes no fucking sense to me. We want the truth, but we're scared to hear the truth. Man, if you don't go to the local spine donor and get yourself a spine, man.
Wow. Incredible.
I blame men.
I know you would say that. I know you would say that.
No, only for a part of the problem, not the entire problem.
I hear you, sir.
Okay, well, I blame women.
You sure you don't have any internal misogyny?
Me?
I'm just saying that, that word is thrown around so frequently now online.
Maybe I do, and I don't care if I do.
She could be a controversial topics regular with this kind of hockey energy. You get me? Yeah.
Don't encourage that.
Bradshaw, we have you being petty, we have Dario being Dario, and we have Virgo being dark. We just need Chief to complete the entire 4 and it's all good. What you mean?
You have no idea who you're talking to. But again, I get it. You don't know her. So of course she's putting her best foot forward.
What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, let me put it like this, Bradshaw. She knows you, right?
Yeah.
So obviously she's a minister of society. Obviously.
Somewhat, yes.
No.
So in that and you want to know the worst thing? Even if I saw her dark side, I'd still be like, yes. Because if you have realized me by now, you have realized that I give no shits what we throw out there as content. And if they plan on banning us, they're going to have a well of a time.
Sure. First, they have to ban the whole body of work first.
Yeah. Plus, if they try to do any of that fresh and fit shit, we already know what's coming. So.
Sure. Oh God.
And we all have individual YouTube channels that we can just re-upload everything to.
Simple as that.
Or just find another worthy video platform. that's also alternative.
Oh.
There are plenty.
Of course. I never thought this shit would be paramount where people literally.
I would say this, the heads at YouTube, I'm convinced they are in need of a spine donor as well, because the things I see people getting banned for is ludicrous. But you have dumbasses like Fresh and Fit lying to people on a daily basis.
I mean, MGTOW is being attacked every day now by radicalized feminists and them social justice friend them who keep pressuring the corporate giants them to take down quote unquote harmful and violent content, and I'm like telling a young man that he should not indulge in a person who believes that them shit can make parties somehow violent. Let that shit make sense.
It's my brethren one say, man, saying the day name the smart feel I said them better than a beef party, so the DM comes and box them down that two before. That man live by that quote.
Die by that oath, eh?
Man, brother, the man say, oh, any day name anybody feel I said them better than a beef party, the man say, oh, them better know themselves. And I understand why.
Well, society I tell people say them for just get it without no work, no effort. And you should be grateful grateful to spend it all your hard work on them. And them don't help you make a dollar, but me supposed to give you half. Oh, you have no idea. No idea, that's that.
But that's not how it works with Jamaica's law, right?
Oh,
Say
well,
what?
not exactly.
What you say, what?
Say, I know it's a Jamaica law work, right? Marriage.
When it comes to marriage, it's everything you've earned before the marriage stays yours, and everything after the marriage you share.
I mean, if you know your way around the law and you have enough sense, then sure. But you see, because Jamaica, especially the corporate owners who are in the country, are trying to radicalize it to become literally America 2.0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh hell no. That's never gonna work.
Huh? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the amount of people who buy into the shit already.
No idea how much reach them have so far. Yo, Soundfest recently passed. And the amount of foolishness of going on that stage. You said Jamaica not turn America? Oh, you wish it was not.
Oh God.
Oh my dear. So it's a downhill spiral, and the fact say when people do good, they don't hear about it. All the negative alone get promoted. Same thing like America. When people achieve and do good things, you barely hear about it. But make a man sneeze too hard, take away everything, ban him social media, tear him down, burn him and tar him at the stake. So,
But that's been happening in Jamaica for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't say no. But it's got more prevalent over the years than now.
Because
More prevalent.
I don't want to say bad news. Let's say toxic news spreads about Jamaica spreads more than the good positive news.
Yeah, because Jamaican society is based on how much negative gets enough clout. Because, all right, believe you're aware of the story of the young lady who got murdered the other day in Jamaica, right, Bradshaw? If you are.
No, what happened?
Essentially another of those, police.
It was a year ago now.
Which year ago? I'm talking about a couple weeks. You talk about that, yo.
Oh, I thought you meant
I thought about Dana Lee, the Dana Lee saga.
Yeah.
They finally find our body, typical police corruption. A lot of people have their comments, and then I just happened to see someone who was talking about police corruption, blah blah blah. You know what was in her DM picture, Bradshaw?
What's that?
Free world boss. I couldn't stop looking and just was completely lost for words. I'm just like, free world boss, eh? And everything else. All men are the problem, right? God damn, this country just makes me despise it so much. Free world boss. Police corruption. It just this country. I tell people whenever I hear people say that they'd rather ship off to every other country except here, it kind of hurts because I've only known this country for what it is, the good parts that is. I've never given two shits about the negative nature of Jamaica, to be honest, because I'm just like, with all these people dying around me, I'm just like, Jamaica not too bad, just need a little bit of spruce up, but bro, as the years went, you just get desensitized. You just hear, another 5 persons died today. Okay,
cool.
Try to understand this. Jamaica reach a point now where people have video people that get attacked. Video, not help,
Can I tell you?
I remember when Jamaica used to be a society where them see something happening and they would do something about it instead of just videoing.
Oh no, everything needs to be videoed and posted so we can all have a laugh.
Everything is about clout now. Everything is about clout.
Then when you call them out on this bullshit, them talk about how your bad mind. That word goes around a lot. Your bad mind me. And I want you to them strive, yes, because you're literally seeing two men getting gunned down. Yes, I'm bad minding you for that.
Oh, you stop and watch boy them a beat up a my boy for no reason. Because what? The 2 Happy Meals and 2 Mocha Pepper.
Seriously? Seriously? I heard that American McDonald's tastes like shit.
Are you getting a Sprite with that, Maggie?
He's a Mountain Dew kind of guy. Oh, sorry, a Coca-Cola kind of guy.
I heard that American McDonald's tastes like shit. I'm not sure.
Be honest with you. If
I've never tasted.
Yet to get catch. Man, you guys are predictable. Sad.
I mean, the only thing in America that I've ever went over there and eaten was Popeyes. It's the only semi-suitable thing that actually has some form of taste. Everything else, complete trash. I will say this though, Jamaican restaurant them over USA, they didn't serve justice though. Not to lie.
Yeah, some of them need to come here, come do some justice too.
Come where? What?
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't live in Jamaica, Jen. What's making that grinding sound?
Oh, sorry, it's me doing some OCD stuff, seeing some stuff on the sheets that should not be there, and it's bothering me, so I'm trying to get it off.
Like I said, gentlemen who barely know her, y'all will understand soon enough. But anyways,
like I said, from she knows you, I already know that she's a menace.
Interesting.
What? You don't pretend like you're some saint.
I never said I was. Never pretended to be one to begin with.
Exactly. For real, Bradshaw, you know some interesting characters.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm gonna say my life could be a memoir. I think it'd be an awesome one. Man, and the story not finished right yet. I think I'd make an awesome story.
Yeah. Who's making that sound?
Me.
I would ask what you're doing, but I don't know.
Oh my god, my head.
Not doing anything. I'm still upset that today is Monday.
This is what happens when you don't have a wife or a girlfriend there.
You know, you guys are going to stop shitting on me for being single for
you know that is your problem. That is your problem. That's your problem. Every time I bring up the girlfriend thing, you start getting emotional. You ever thought for once I actually want you to be actually positive about it? You ever thought of that?
I'm not saying that you're bashing me, but you're bashing me.
Hey, shut up. Please shut up. And people want good for you to come and talk this bag of shit. Shit. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it.
Serves you right.
Interesting.
You know,
I heard about these things happening in America about young kids getting sex changes. Being allowed to get sex changes
Yeah, as old as 13, I think they said. Without the parents' consent.
Oh, so basically everything that was happening before. Okay.
I'm so glad I don't live in America because I would burn shit down. I would burn shit.
I'm so desensitized to everything. I mean, what? I believe there was a headline that they said, "Oh, the Earth is spinning faster." I'm just like, okay. One of my friends was trying to bring the argument to me so we could have some form of educational talk. And I was
Do
just
they
there.
even know how many transgender regrets transitioning? You're
Sorry?
going to let a child do that. A child who hasn't fully developed yet.
Oh no,
When
they just want to give them an identity crisis early on so they understand that, you know?
when I was younger, I wanted to be a boy.
Good luck with that.
No, but I wanted to be a boy because I just didn't like being a girl. I wasn't girly. I played video games. I did all the stuff boys did. I hung out with boys. I didn't have many female friends. So I was like, might as well be a boy because I'm so boyish already.
Oh no. You can stay a female.
With an
Why
incredible
do we
rap.
have this notion that video games are not girly though?
Because in those times where I grew up, video games weren't girly. The first video game I had was a SNES. And my grandmother took it from me and told me it wasn't for girls, it was for boys, and gave it to my uncle.
I would probably resent her.
It's because I resent her that I brought it up.
Listen to me. My three little sister them used to piss me. And I had my PS2, I play Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. All of them don't freaking understand what them just looking at what I'm doing. I'm just like, yo, you know, say I can work with this. There's no the notion that girls can't play video games, especially hardcore video games, died out, I think, long time ago.
There's a thing called soul family.
Because
There's a thing
it
called
it
soul
was
family. This female have quite a memory that she resents me for, but again,
will you shut up? Will
good
you
time, right?
shut up?
I'm very intrigued, but I will allow the
Good
parties who are
time.
involved to speak.
Yeah, but in my time it was so rare. It was so rare because I was the weirdo in school, could not relate to anybody, could not relate to any girls because girls were into makeup and stuff and boys, and I was like, why? I was into anime and video games, and you know, I was listening to J-pop and rock music and
That
you
is
know,
it.
alternative.
That is it. Is it? She has unloaded the premium package.
I could not relate to anybody.
I said,
And you know, I remember watching this Japanese movie called Battle Royale, and I fantasized about it happening in my school.
I told you she was unique.
Murder everybody.
She sounds like she could be Dario Dowie's sister if Dario Dowie had a sister like this.
I have 3 that I know about.
No, I'm talking about a sister that you can relate to, my guy. Not about the sister that you just have.
As in, all my sisters are pretty girly. Well, that little one might be different.
She's built different, my guy.
Come down the stairs.
I had one of the dumbest arguments today, you know, Dario.
Oh.
When I look for me, I come to me with the same dumbass argument. I thought, well, why do I like DBZ Broly so much? And I'm like, let me put it to you like this. When you like fuckery, you enjoy when you see other types of fuckery. And I went
DBZ what?
Why I like DBZ Broly over Super Broly, right? Because everyone just likes to make this stupid comparison. First mistake you make is talk about DBZ Broly had no backstory. I'm like, let me put it like this. If you had an annoying baby crying beside you for 24 hours a day, got stabbed in the gut, had your planet blown up, had your father try to mind control you, aren't you going to be a little fucked up in the head?
Most of us didn't have that and we're still fucked up. So, I mean,
Yeah.
he came out pretty normal.
Yeah.
I mean, and furthermore, we already established that Akira Toriyama has a hard on for anything that has Goku in it. This nigga should have been killing Vegeta for God's sakes. But we all know Vegeta's too weak to fight him, right?
The man said it publicly that he has hated Vegeta for no good reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
As a matter of fact, Vegeta wasn't even supposed to be in the show up until when he was in the show. He was supposed to be disappearing after the Saiyan arc.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The only reason he continued in the show was because the fans made a petition for that shit. People literally paid to make him stay in the show.
Yeah, because Vegeta was pretty cool.
Not even about him being pretty cool. The Z Fighters would be dead without this nigga.
And he's the Prince of Saiyans.
Once again, Toriyama didn't care. He couldn't stand his arrogance, which is weird. He made him.
You created him.
Exactly.
I'm wondering.
All right.
Wait.
Vegeta is that part of Toriyama's personality that he doesn't like.
That's what I was gonna say.
But you like the kiss ass Goku, who is not even a good father to his own son. In spades, of course. Which is another thing that Toriyama does well. Wow.
Toriyama trash one of my favorite. Two of my favorite character them. Toriyama turned one into a blood clot. Unappreciated stepfather. Although Chichi never fuck him. Piccolo or Gohan real father. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight anybody. I will die on that fucking hill. I don't care.
I noticed that Piccolo basically raised Gohan.
Where
the hell was Goku during Gohan's upbringing?
It's not
dead training, dead training.
That's not the stupidest thing about it. It's not as if that Goku doesn't love his son. It's just that Goku can't process, if I'm not training with my son, what's the point? Nigga, what? Piccolo was literally born to kill. Hold on, brother. Before you attack me. Piccolo was literally born to do one thing only. Kill Goku, right? And he managed to know that, hey, I need to raise this nigga so he can defend himself and also have a normal life. This is a Namekian people. He's not born on Earth. But Goku, who hit his head after, doesn't know that shit. This nigga didn't even know that kissing his wife was a thing, despite being married for almost, 30 years? The fuck? Anyways.
Oh my god.
But then again, this is Akira Toriyama we're talking about, right? This is the same person who wrote in Super that, hey, he didn't remember that Saiyans actually were born with tails.
Fun fact, did you know Goku is a prince by marriage?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. Chi-Chi.
But it doesn't really count now, does it? Which made me
I
wonder.
forgot about that part.
You know, I just now that you mentioned it, how the hell were they even broke though?
That's what I want to know.
Goku burned through the money with food.
Oh,
they
yeah,
mentioned
that
it
makes
in,
sense.
They mentioned it in abridged.
It makes sense. That makes sense.
That's dumb. But hold on. Look when a mother turned me on Goku window. Really? How so much food this one man eat? God
Have
damn.
you seen him eat in one sitting? Just in the series alone.
Is it just me, or is Goku a little bit too self-centered?
He is, but that's just how he is.
I wouldn't say self-centered. He just doesn't see past. You're right. But fuck me aside. Come on, hold on. Oh, bro, I ain't going to die on this hill. Fuck that. Yeah, he's self-centered asshole.
He can't see past his own objectives. I mean, to be honest, it's the same guy who threw his 12-year-old son to fight to save the entire planet on a whim that, hey, he's going to get angry enough to transform.
I remember that.
And gave the bad guy a beam that literally doubled his powers because he was fighting. He has Saiyan DNA, which means Saiyan didn't just get back his full power. He got more because of the Saiyan. I'm like,
That cemented for me that cemented for me that Goku was far more arrogant than Vegeta, because not even Vegeta. Then again, Vegeta is just as much for blaming that part to still know really and truly, You know what I'm talking about, Bradshaw.
Yeah, I know.
Vegeta was bullied beyond understanding, man.
And this man said, I need a worthy opponent. Yeah, you know what you got for your trouble? A broken back, my nigga.
Have you ever seen somebody that you, but nobody, well, I mean, I'm really proud, whatever feelings towards me, but for everybody else, right? Would love to see get his ass kicked, right?
Hey, who?
Not feeling weird.
No, who?
Saying literally.
What happened?
Like when Cell was at the second phase.
Bradshaw, your phone.
Cell was at the second phase.
The phone keep on go in and out with important information.
In and out and it now come. Out of one buckler. Voila.
Phone now make the man be great.
I thought I was the only one who heard that.
Alright, let's see if this bumble will work now. Oh, shit.
The phone refuses to let you be great, sir.
Phone now make the man speak the fox.
Hello?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
Yeah. So, where was I?
You were speaking about someone who got the bricks beaten off them, but I was asking who you thought about.
Oh, Vegeta, bro.
Vegeta
had that shit coming.
Hold on. Which one of the beatdown we are talking about? The Cell Saga, Buu Saga?
Oh my god.
Any Saga?
Wow. Yo, this is Toriyama more, but Cell Saga. When he was at Cell was at second phase, when he just absorbed 17. And Trunks was probably the most human ever. Cause Trunks is like that guy with the gun where the bad guy is monologuing, and instead of making him finish, you just shoot the son of a bitch. Like what Langry do. Like, oh my god, you're not supposed to do that. Bang, bang. Yeah. Trunks was like, what the fuck, are you crazy? Why would you let him get the... And then...
I mean, to be honest, I blame two people for letting Cell reach his perfect form. Krillin and Vegeta. Krillin for being a simp for no reason. And then Vegeta just being Vegeta.
Facts.
Oh, I enjoyed that meeting. I am good.
I
enjoyed watching.
I'm not gonna lie.
Beat the brakes off of that.
I'm not going to lie.
Every lick him pick up a smile.
When Buu completely violated that man in the final few episodes, I'm not gonna lie, that shit brought a tear to my eye. I'm just like, god damn.
Oh,
this nigga is getting his ass
whooped. Right?
Yo, that shit had me shook. And the worst part about it, Buu was not even taking that fight seriously. But then again, that it really can't compare to a certain fight in Naruto where a certain person. That shit had me laughing.
Plot armor. I hate it so.
When Rock Lee beat the brakes off Sasuke and Gaara, that shit had me laughing.
Oh god, that was cold.
I watched the Raikage. Fuck Sasuke. I don't give a fuck on one. I watch the Raikage sink him foot up that blood clot body wall. I said that nigga was working that mouth. I was like, God let him die. God let him die. Oh shit, flat armor. Flat fucking armor. Oh my god, I was so upset. I want him to kill that son of a bitch so bad. Yo, I know.
I actually thought Sasuke was gonna die. I actually thought he was gonna die.
Everybody did, and then Naruto did what, and then the
I'm
Naruto series did what
praying
it
for it.
But I think because he's the last Uchiha, is the last one.
That's really not why he survived that fight. The reason I survived that fight is that the writer said, "Oh wait, he took Itachi's Sharingan. We should let him get the Susanoo as well, because the original idea was."
You know what pissed me off though?
Mm-hmm.
The Renegon is in Naruto's lineage.
Please, let's not go down this road again.
But
I know,
Sasuke
right?
got it. It pissed me off. It's in Naruto's lineage.
I mean,
but Sasuke got it.
I kind of understand why Mother has it, because Mother.
Sasuke suck it out. Sasuke suck it out and Naruto when him kiss him. I'm just saying.
Wow, you went there.
Yeah, as far as the concerned, niggas fucking moving on. I'm just hey.
That shit, that burned me, that burned me, not like that burned me till this day. It burned me, 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 it burned me.
It burned me too. It burned me too. Goddamn it, burned me too. Not that I'm probably one of the most.
Only Uchiha who I think who actually earned the right to have the Renegon was actually Madara, because really and truly I don't really see any other person who actually deserved to have that shit.
Naruto?
No,
as in Madara. When Madara,
I don't think Sasuke deserved.
No,
deserved the Sharingan.
That nigga did not deserve to live. You're dead. That nigga just deserved to die like 12 different times, goddamn it. I was praying for that whore to die.
And then his brother sacrificed himself. That just pissed me off even more.
Nigga. Yo, don't feel like I cried when Itachi died. Am I the only one?
No, you are not. You are not.
I was more confused than anything else, because I was.
A part of me crying. I was like, yo, apart from Ace dying.
No, but
then that nigga was
then when I learned everything of why he died, I'm just like, yo, the Leaf Village, yo, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up.
Itachi didn't die. Itachi committed suicide.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he kind of did. Because he could have killed. He could have killed Sasuke. He chose not to. He chose not to.
Listen to me. We all knew that Itachi was never going to do that. Okay, so we'll put that out there. From the moment the fight began, I was just like, there's no way Sasuke loses this fight just because.
Itachi chose to die, and that in itself is suicide.
Yes. Death by fighting.
Because he didn't put his all into that fight. Anyhow, he put his all into that fight. Sasuke would not survive.
Remember, that's why
the fight would have over in the first 5 minutes.
Itachi has never lost a fight.
Are you crazy? Itachi a bad, yo. I'm tell you something.
Itachi has never lost a fight.
Itachi's data book, it literally says he has never lost a fight.
Yes, so.
But you literally can't
one fight he lost
a fight.
Sir, you do remember the reason why Itachi had such man as his new teammate in the Akatsuki, right?
Who, Kisame?
Yeah.
Why?
As Kisame was a fanboy?
Because no, it's not because goldfish hold on. Bro, you remember who Itachi fought and Itachi said, yeah, I'm not fucking with that nigga. Not saying that he lost. But Itachi knows when to choose his
which is why he never lost a fight.
Bro,
he never lost a fight.
The original man before he died.
He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Technically, my boy, that was not a loss.
That's all like something Starscream would have said. Yeah, that's what Starscream would have said.
I guess.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you didn't catch me, goddammit. It doesn't count. And, if I have
that sounds like every JoJo bizarre adventure villain ever.
It was a tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Anyway.
But I said that too.
But where was we? Yeah. I wanted Sasuke dead. Every time I watched it, I wanted him dead. And the way how them tried to kill him in Naruto pissed me off. And this is the part what pissed me off. When they should have killed him the right way in Naruto, they didn't. And
Like, we
then
no
for
longer
him
hate him.
lose,
Like, what's the point in killing him now?
nigga. And then for him to lose the Raningan, the same eye where you hate him for Trudy. We how
He
him
lost
lose
it.
that eye. Yes.
Yeah.
In the
Boruto,
most
Boruto.
stupidest
Oh,
way.
God, shut up. Don't
In
talk
this
no more. Don't talk no
stupidest
more.
fucking
I
way.
don't watch Boruto,
Oh
but
my,
don't talk no more. Don't
I
talk no
mean,
more.
oh
Him
my God,
lose it.
I was
He didn't
pissed
deserve it in
off
the first place,
I
but he
mean,
lost it.
I'm not going to lie
in
though.
the dumbest way.
I'm not going to lie
In
though.
the dumbest
Stop
way.
talking,
Despite me
please,
hating
please. I'm
everything
so
that
upset right now.
is not gonna
Yeah,
lie, despite me hating everything that what that damn clan name again, Dario?
Which one?
The one where Kaguya come from. Yeah, despite me hating everything that Otsutsuki is, man, not to lie, when Ishiki was beating Naruto and Sasuke around, I was just smiling. I'm just like, yeah. I haven't seen a beat on this bad since Kid Buu days. Reminiscing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a beat on bro, man, not to lie.
What's
When Ishiki said Sasuke with the Sharingan, the man said that goddamn Sharingan. I hate it. I'm just like, goddamn nigga.
Is it strange that Boo is actually my favorite character in DBZ?
My favorite character in DBZ will always be Broly and then Boo. Reason being, these two niggas don't give a shit. They just want to kill you because.
Yeah,
Cell,
especially Kid Boo.
I despise I despise Cell so much just because of one thing.
What is this in case like Romanite?
The minute this nigga realizes he can't win a fight, he becomes a bitch. Nigga, you're the ultimate life form. The fuck is wrong with you?
The ultimate bitch of Frieza till this very day, no matter the fucker.
Frieza had so many.
I can't get over the fact that Frieza is a dude. The entire time I'm watching DBZ, I thought that
He's actually
I thought that nigga was a bitch.
I was confused.
My whole thing was
I was like,
Frieza was just gay.
Everybody was confused.
I thought he was just gay, to be honest.
The pink lipstick, the purple lipstick. Hell yeah, everybody thought that shit was a bitch.
his voice or her voice, shim, I don't know what you want to call it.
Frieza is actually a little child.
What?
Yeah.
Well, duh.
He's a child prodigy.
Yeah.
The whole Namek arc, he was just a child.
Well, yeah. But again, the thing that pisses me off about Toriyama, he introduces so many interesting characters and just makes them go to
that child.
No, he was. Compared to his brother and his father, he is.
The storyline has changed so flipping much, yo. We never know if a Bumbleclad believes no more. So.
No, but technically by his species standards, brother, he is technically still a kid. But by the time he died about the third or fourth time, he finally, I think, became an adult or some shit like that.
It's a possibility that dying stunted his growth.
But this whole child prodigy thing was complete bullshit, and I will always say this: they had to find some reason to make him somewhat equal to Goku in the resurrection of F, because we all know that Frieza didn't know shit about energy chi or any other bullshit, and then magically, he's just a prodigy, and he just makes a new form out of nothing. Nigga,
I'm not that funny.
You see, if they did that shit with Cell, I'd understand, because he has Saiyan cells. But Frieza, my guy, really?
Not that funny. When you find out Beerus really was the reason why Planet Vegeta went up in flames.
Which was which was bullshit to me.
Exactly, to me too.
He wasn't even awake. He wasn't even awake to give that order. So that was just another plot hole. But this is Toriyama we're talking about, remember? This is the same man who forgot Saiyans were born with tails.
Sir?
Wait, were we talking about like feminism and misogyny just now?
Man, that's not important.
You see how quick? Oh my God! Does anybody remember when Vegeta was making the final flash to hit Cell with? How much fucking episodes it took? Like 3 episodes?
him go finally charge it up, or him finally let that shit bang. The man was like, "Oh shit!" Even son was like, "Oh shit!" He
I
really
mean,
saw his
you
death.
know, if Vegeta was Vegeta from the Saiyan arc with that mentality, he could have won that fight and just blew up the entire planet. But you know,
Yeah,
reasons.
but yeah, pussy, and you know what?
It's not his
What?
fault. It's not his fault. It
What
was
you
his
mean? It's not?
creator.
All right, Trudy. First of all,
It's
when
his
he first started,
creator's fault. His
no,
creator.
we're not using that. We're not using that. We're not using that. We're going by what we see of our characters, and we're blaming them for it. Okay? Vegeta could have ended that fight within milliseconds, and he decided, to, as per usual, as his Saiyan blood, to mess around. Then he wanted the ultimate fight. You know what he
He
got for
got
his
it.
troubles? A broken back. He learned his lesson in the
Hey,
Boost
can we
Saga.
talk about if we can manufacture sensu beans and fix broken spines, we'd be rich?
Nigga, I
Bro,
wish it was possible,
And
bruh.
fix whole nervous systems because Raccoon slapped the shit out of Krillin.
Krillin, this nigga broke Gohan's neck. Killed him on the
He
spot.
did.
He died
Yes, he
on
did.
Namek. You forget?
Now, how could I forget? I was there.
You know, as
You
much as
were?
as much as I personally am pissed off of how they treat Gohan now, I can't blame him for not wanting to fight. This nigga was traumatized as a kid for so many years.
Yeah.
He had more life and death experiences than a child his age, or like
This
people in
man,
general.
right? Let's take stock of it, right? Gets kidnapped by his uncle, sees his father die, gets trained by a scary alien man who tried to kidnap me one time, fights the Saiyans, almost dies, goes to Namek,
No, he gets trained by
dies,
his father's arch rival.
sees his father
Yeah,
figure die in front of him. Cell Saga gets put in
God,
a life and death situation because his father's a dumbass. Sees someone who he cares about dies. By Boo Saga, you kind of get to say, oh, yeah, Gohan need to just chill and just not fight. He is not built for that life.
yeah.
I mean, it hurt. It hurt me personally because I wanted him to be something else, but honestly, I can't blame him.
It's
The new
amazing he
movie
didn't
will
become a
come out.
psychopath.
Oh hell
That we
yeah!
know of.
No,
I mean,
yes.
if he decided to train how he was supposed to train, yeah, we all know who the strongest in the universe would be. You'd be talking about Ultra Instinct Gohan and not Ultra Instinct Goku. Get me?
He was supposed to be the main protagonist of Dragon Ball Z, by the
But
way.
Toriyama has
Fun
a
facts
hard
to all
on
of
for
y'all.
anything that has Son and Goku in it. Okay?
Bullshit. The fans them chose. Believe it or not.
So another
Was supposed to be
Superman situation.
there you go. And the
Oh
fans them
God.
enforced. Just like
Oh God.
she is just hitting these marks. God damn, sharpshooter.
thank me later,
Okay.
doctor. Anyway,
Oh, I definitely won't.
bastard. Anywho.
Wow.
Fuck my
Yo,
I don't understand how people can ride Superman's dick so much.
I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
The dude that hates me because when them put the fight between him and Goku, and I was like, yeah, this is messed up on so many different levels.
We all know Goku
Because
was gonna lose.
I mean,
he couldn't
technically,
win
no, we
even if
didn't.
he
The little
wanted to.
child in us wanted Goku to win, but after we
I
watched,
Hell
did.
yeah.
I did because I just hate Superman so much.
I don't hate him. I hate what the writers try to perceive him as. Personally, I don't have a problem with him. I just hate what the writers try to perceive him. Like say, that's why every time when Batman calls him out on this bullshit, I'm just like, Bruce is a real G. That's why
Yeah, I
years.
believe so too.
Bruce is a real G. Bruce is say, yo, my nigga, how can you talk about being
Also
normal? You're
mentally
literally a
fucked up,
planet
continue.
buster.
Sir,
Yo, I'm not going to lie.
sir.
Whoever created the DC Metal series and thought, oh, how about we give Batman powers? Whoever thought of that shit? I want to know what you're smoking. Because goddamn.
They gave Batman
Good shit.
powers.
Yeah, in multiple other realities.
All right. Look at think of it this way, right?
They all ended
Think of
badly.
Batman with all of the Justice League powers plus his own intellect, and tell me what you think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
exactly.
There's multiple. There's a Batman that has Doomsday's powers.
Yeah.
Oh hell.
And guess who's the first person he killed?
Superman.
Yes.
Oh God.
Superman first.
I want to see that.
Yo,
I want to see that.
Yo, the man said, yo, the rest I just was there, and the man is like, hold that thought. I'm gonna kill you first. Yep. The man ended Superman's life in 5 seconds. No cap.
I'm gonna tell you this.
And it is right that he did.
Basically,
it is right that he did because.
Have you ever heard of the Batman who laughs?
Sir.
Oh hell yeah!
The Batman.
Salute to the legend.
Yo,
salute to the general.
The fact that the Batman who laughs is literally just the Joker on crack with Batman smart. Yo, whoever thought of that was just horrible. It's literally a Batman with Green Lantern.
Very awesome.
Bro, you know, this is where I knew that Batman was built different. You know how the lantern rings are supposed to be used for good and all that good stuff?
Yeah.
The lantern ring lands on Batman, right? And this nigga overpowers and rewrites everything that the lantern ring is supposed to do and decides, hey, it's going to be... The man literally turned the lantern ring into a red ring by his own force of will. And he's like, neat. Man killed every single lantern carp and just this turn theme Earth and now I'm Byron Waste. And I'm just like, God damn. The way the Batman with Flash powers work now, this nigga tied Flash to his Batmobile and entered the Speed Force to steal his powers. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, this nigga built different.
The darkest
sounds about right.
Storyline. The Darkest Night storyline. Still brutal.
Dark Metal series. One of the greatest things I've ever read in my entire life. Yo, I was reading like the OG Spider-Man comics, and I'm not gonna lie, yo, Spider-Man's life is fucked up. He's one of my least liked superheroes, but goddamn, his life is fucked up.
Yo, the guy who writes Spider-Man. Well, then again, I'm more than one people, but there have been a few illustrations of Spider-Man where he literally throws out the I don't give a fuck gloves and stuff. Yo, I watched one of the comics with him fight Kingpin and he beat the brakes off of Kingpin. I was like, what the? For those who don't know who Kingpin is, he's like 7 foot something, like 500 or 600 something pounds. And the dude's a beast. And Spidey work him over.
He's basically the Juggernaut without the Juggernaut's powers.
Yeah.
Correct. With drug dealing, homicidal freak. But Spidey work.
Loki though, the Juggernaut was my favorite villain.
One of my favorites. He was one of my favorites too. And the Juggernaut.
I don't know why. There was just something. There's just something about the Juggernaut.
The man gives no F's about anything. The man just say, yo, give me a target and I'll hit it over. That's basically his stick.
Trudy, you know what they say about men with big hands, right?
What?
Nothing?
Oh, you're wrong for that, Bradshaw. You're wrong for that.
No, I am not. She walked into that. Come on. I told you. She knows who she's playing with. She knows, and believe me. You think me bad? Oh, sir.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Okay.
Yo, Bradshaw, you know what I recently rewatched a couple days ago? Rewatch when Eisen did the one thing that I've never seen any other antagonist do. This nigga stopped Ishigo's Bankai with a finger. Yo.
And Ishigo did it back to him.
Bro.
Like a G.
But Eisen did it the best. Because it was such a nonchalant, I give no shits. Man stopped it and he was just like, oh. I was trying to cut you from the waist down. It seems I was too sharp.
Bleach returns
Captain
in October.
Eisen. Captain Eisen.
Wears glasses, looks like a dork.
But turns into a whole chat.
Beast in front of everybody. A lot of too much captains without even.
If you think Klaus Michelson has contingency plans, you haven't met Eisen yet.
The man literally orchestrated all of Ishigo's life.
Man orchestrated the whole plot.
The points that he is. Man's a freak. And I respect him.
Black Air Forces are strong with this one. I'm not gonna lie. I had to rewatch Black Lagoon just for Roberta. Yo, that girl, Jesus Christ. Living, breathing Terminator.
Yo, there's a song called Isis, right? Wrote by Joyce, again? Joyner Lucas or something. First line of the song, him say, turn the world into chaos like Eisen. That man has been singing about Bleach character, but you see Eisen till is very dear, and man, they give him respect. Man say, oh, turn the world into chaos like Eisen. Yo, and man, Eisen, I one of the best. But me tell you this much. There's only one man in Bleach, me can't say. When it comes to disrespecting your TFS, and Eisen will title. Does anybody know? Nope, not him. Show how much your knowledge weak. Come on, Trudy. Guess this. You're supposed to know this.
Wait, what you said a while ago?
So when it comes to someone,
it's between Urahara and Byakuya.
Byakuya. There you go. The answer is Byakuya. Byakuya Kochiki have some of the most disrespectful lines in my mouth. That bastard, I hate him, but love him at the same time. That man, this is Kenpachi to him face, and then draw Kenpachi blood, and Kenpachi is like, oh shit, you actually have some fight in you. See him, Kenpachi couldn't believe him actually Byakuya to damage him. Because I have him as a pretty boy. Never think he could actually hurt him. Well, was he ever wrong?
One of the few captains that can actually stand up that will actually stand up to him.
He's one of the few. And I'll tell her, I'm kind of upset. They never flush out the Onahara, Kira Bankai, and our abilities. They never fleshed out the way they're supposed to. I get it. The guy who was writing Bleach was dying, so I guess. I'm not saying Bleach shouldn't have ended the way it ended. I mean, Naruto fans think that Naruto was some shit, and it really wasn't.
You mean in terms of how Naruto ended compared to Bleach ending?
No, the fact that there was so much different art. You see, like how you have, right? How well do you know from time? You realize that there's clans and families and bloodlines and subdivisions. It's really a big universe, very huge. The Kuchiki family line and the Kurosaki family line, and so much. And to find out that the Kurosakis weren't actually men. They're actually the mother named Kurosaki, who was also a Quincy. Brother man, the amount of and then for no say, Eisen manipulate the mother meeting the father. Eisen also put something in the mother that when the father breed her, it transferred to Ishigo. Oh, Eisen, true menace. Him get me respect.
I'm not to lie, as Virgo would say, Ichigo is a complete. What the term of Virgo use again, Dario?
A mongrel?
No.
That's a good one though.
Man, this look for the word freak. I look for the other one.
Abomination?
Yes.
Abomination?
Yes. Ichigo is a complete abomination, and it's not even his fault. The man is literally everything and nothing. I'm just like, yo, bro. This nigga has a bankai that the man who creates bankais doesn't even know what is for. Man say, yo, what is this? This man related to the man related to the goddamn Quincy King for goddamn.
The spirit in his sword is one of the former Quincy Kings.
Man is a living, breathing abomination, and it's not even his fault. Aizen fault, and Aizen gives no F's.
Of course not. Would you?
Man, I'm sure he suffered enough. What's a few more 100 years?
Hello. Aizen went as far as engineer, knowing that they were going to seal him and have to unseal him too. Tell me so that's not planning, people. You know they were going to seal it and have to unseal you.
I would love to see Aizen and Batman plan to take over the universe.
Yo, now I tell you a lie. Out of Aizen and Madara in terms of planning, I don't know which one to give it to. Do you realize how far Madara planned from? Do you realize how far Mo planned from? But that's Aizen beat in terms of year, but the complexity of the plan. But that's it to them type. My God. No, lie, take that back. Aizen beat him.
Aizen win by a landslide, sir.
Yeah, I mean, all right. In terms of it actually working, Aizen would have won that clearly.
Yeah, clear cut.
Even though Madara did technically work, because really and truly Madara is probably, he didn't lose his fight. He lost by some bullshit, which this day still upset me. But again, I digress.
It wasn't bullshit. He planned it too. Aizen an idiot. Aizen planned for that shit too.
No, I'm not talking about Aizen. I'm talking about Madara's defeat. Aizen's defeat, it never left you. Yeah, we killed the bastard. You were just left with, are we sure this nigga's dead?
No, with Aizen they said we can't kill him, so we can trap him.
Ichigo did all of that, and still wasn't enough. That's what true hopelessness feels like.
Hello, let me say, if Dragon Ball Z can get a facelift, Bleach deserve one too. But I swear to God, if they make Orihime as fucking worthless as Sakura like they did the last time, I'm going to be so upset.
Hold on, say that again.
We said, if they make Orihime, that the iron share girl with the big boobs, make her worthless like Sakura again, I'm going to be so upset.
I mean, we would pray for that not to happen, but at this point, we're just here.
Oh my God, pray. Orihime was so useless. And she keep getting catch. And she keep getting the man worked over.
Isn't she married to Ichigo in the manga though?
Yeah. And she
if I recall correctly, she has what, 2 or 3 kids with him already?
One. A son that born with his with his Shinigami powers.
Atypical. But then again, when your father's the abomination of the world, what do you expect? I'm surprised they didn't say he's also quarter Quincy.
I think he's part something, yo.
You know. Please stop. Please stop.
I mean, he met Rukia skip too. Yeah, Abarai boss shot another belly there, so yeah. Wow. Disrespect.
Remember Renji?
Oh, Zabimara!
Zabimaru.
First dude that dropped a blade in Ishigo's shoulder, on him pull him chunk out like a ton of blood. When him draw the blade out of his shoulder. One red here, tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me know.
No, I know you know. Me I talk about the ignorant one.
Can we talk about how bleach people have more than 8
No,
years worth of blood in their body?
thank you,
Nigga.
brother.
Oh. Yo.
I know you
Yo.
were talking about me, but I chose to ignore it. You asshole.
I know. My heart is breaking, baby. My heart is breaking.
I wouldn't give a shit if it broke. You can burn for all I care.
That's the point, dumbass. Anyways,
I feel the love.
I know, right?
It's the pettiness of what happened earlier. I understand. It's okay.
My heart is like, that was a low blow. Appreciate it.
I don't care. You've been threatening me all podcast, man, nigga.
Touche, bitch. Touche. I get that one. You get that one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to follow the entire story of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I was just like, I'm just gonna watch. It doesn't make sense. Just watch.
I don't know, but don't watch it. I
don't think I would ever watch it because
No, you see,
seen.
because I did the stupid thing of starting from Jotaro's arc. Yeah, you see, when I tried to start that shit from the actual beginning, I'm just like, the only interesting thing about this is Dio and the Joestar entire rivalry. Everything is just complete nonsense.
Yeah, kind of like bo 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 bo.
Please, no, what she do? No.
Abomination still
Start
lives.
a pressure. No, you do. No.
I swear to God.
It still lives. It's
No.
still alive.
It died a very horrible death, as it should.
And can you believe
Because
it?
I saw my brother try to watch it one time and I was
Really?
confused. I was like, how many animes are you watching at once?
Look here. I have watched some of the stupidest anime that have ever come into existence. Bo has to be up there. This man,
His dad is a nose here. His father is a nose here.
yo, you knew Toonami was troll. Yo, they were some trolling ass motherfuckers when they decided, hey, let's put this right before Zatch Bell so we can just piss off some people.
Oh, Zatch Bell. Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, Zatch Bell was one of the most lit thing. Yo, that thing was one of the funny. That was one of the funniest shit I ever watched.
Yep.
I want to see that end. I want to see if he became the something king. I want to see if he became.
He did. He beat Sydney Drago in the final fight. That they had in the Momoda where he beat Drago.
Nice.
And funny enough, he actually beat the brakes off Drago, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
Like Drago put up his usual tough front, all that good jazz. But bro, Zatch was saying, yo, I have nothing holding me back anymore. Man beat the living shit out of him.
Good stuff.
Sorry,
Gents,
I missed it.
I know, right? Well, gents, I have to call it a night. It was lovely speaking to you all, and you, Trudy.
Yes. For the first in almost 5 months that we have had another female voice. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Dario, you asleep or are you just ignoring?
I'm awake, sirs. Don't judge me.
So why you getting aggressive? What's going on? What's going on?
Yo,
I just found out it's still Monday, sir. Let me adjust.
First of all, you know what would have solved you actually remembering today was Monday?
What?
Actually having someone, actually speaking to someone, sir. You literally avoided everyone for the weekend.
I was working all weekend.
And you still didn't know it was Monday today.
I thought it was still the weekend.
I'm about to be an asshole. I'm about to be an asshole.
Go ahead.
Andre, you still there?
Oh Lord. Yes.
Go and attend to your wifely duties.
Wow, she went there.
You know, I haven't troubled him about that in a while. I'm glad that you did it.
Shh, and the irony of all this is that was my about to. So
I want my nephew, sir.
Right. So
here's a deal, Dario. When you actually have a girlfriend that's stable, then he'll give you a nephew.
Wow, you went there.
Yeah, I went there. Anyways, I believe we need to end this recording as Bradshaw has left. So, ladies and gentlemen, do thank you for listening to our rambling in the last, hour and a half, where we spoke about anime and all that good stuff. You know, do like, share, subscribe if you're not already. And do always notify Dario that today is Monday and not the weekend. As again, do thank you for all tuning in, and do stay safe out there, drink some water, and please, misogyny is such a strong word to use, gents.